Autotrophic, rapidly mutating. That would make sense. Some sort of high energy particle that they're feeding off of, and then they're like giving it back. Hello everyone, Thranx is here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, where we have more undiscovered planets to make discovered in the Water Wonder system. Water Wonders system. I spy with my little eye a planet ahead of us. Let's see what the scanner says. This planet, known as a decaying nuclear planet. Currently unmapped with high sentinel activity. I dare say it is the next stop. Giving ourselves ample time to pulse jump around in this yellow star system so as to hopefully discover some void eggs for the nightmare in space. A little sad we weren't able to get every single life form on Bogana, but that's sort of how it goes sometimes. Especially when there's 14 of them. You either get them or you don't, but we cannot afford... Cannot afford to spend forever on every planet, as there are always more of them. Okay, so we'll jump right through there, we'll get our chromatic metal. Pirates are going to try to ambush us, but that's their bad, actually. Look at that. The nightmare in space takes no prisoners. Not even a little bit. Not even kind of, sort of. Lemium. I don't think that's something we need any more of, so in the processor it goes. And with that, we continue our trip. Looks rather green. I wonder if that's because it's going to have a lot of... Oh, no, don't pulse jump. It's not my fault. You warped into my flight path now. Come on. It looks rather green. I'm not sure if that's going to be for flora or simply just some element in the sand and the dirt. It does appear to be relatively flat, actually. No, the green is coming up a little bit more. Oh, interesting. So we have these fault line scars here. Oh, look, and they just kind of continue. Okay, tell you what, let's go ahead and make landfall, and it's got some... Oh, some unusual structures. We've seen some of these plants before. And some of them we have not. What is this? What? What is happening? Volatile winds? Look at this goofiness. This is a biological entity? Are we sure? Peaceful, eats mordite roots. It has one extendable finger? We don't want to talk about that one. Are you serious? Don't run. No. I want to be friends with you. It's our pursuit. Oh, no, 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 no. Here, I just had a thought. Although it might be cruel to treat the life this way, but we're gonna play Rocket League! Oh, oh! Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought that would work. We just ran it over and extinguished its life. Oh, no. I'll never forgive myself now. Oh, look at that. Hold on. Some very unusual and diverse life forms on this planet. I can't believe we ran over the coolest life form we've ever seen. Okay, good, there's more of them. I was like...
Radiation protection falling.
This is pretty astounding, though. Look, and then we've got some burrowers. Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to stop and read some of these. We're gonna have to stop and read some of these. These flying fish. What are these things? So these flying insects, these are classified as insects, are drawn ever onwards by terrible hunger. Their hunt is never ending. Gut analysis reveals a diet consisting almost entirely of gamma weed. No, I could want to learn about a lot of them, but this thing? Look, this is not biological. First recorded in the irradiated atmosphere of this planet, they appear to be peaceful creatures, happily socializing both within their species and without. Their hunger is only sated by the chunky, fleshy roots of the mordite plant. Oh, no. Happily socializing both within their creatures and without. Yeah, so says the underside of my car. This creature thrives here despite the never-ending radioactive glow. These flying insects are drawn ever onwards by a terrible hunger. Their diet consists of fallen fruit that has begun to rot. This fermented bacteria-enriched mush appears to have a vital place in their digestive system. So we've already almost discovered all the life forms, and the last one is a flying creature found during the day. I have to say though, of everything that I've seen so far on this planet, this is intriguing. Wouldn't you say? This is like... The caves are rainbow? Like... What is in here? This is so intriguing. I don't know... They are. They're rainbow. You have red cave marrow, green cave marrow, blue lights at the top. But these caves are amazing. I'm a little astounded, really. Because I was ready to sort of write some things off as being a little similar. But then you never know. So these cave systems, yeah. Even though there are no life forms in them. They have this wide variety of colors. I feel like I should be able to cultivate and harvest these flowers for their colorful glows. Their bioluminescence without having to worry about electricity or wires is quite amazing. So there are two distinct species of cave marrow on this planet. One glows pink, one glows green, and then these blue bioluminescent algae-looking plants that hang on the ceiling of the cave. It just makes these caves amazingly colorful. Coupled with the orange moss. Wow. I mean, look at the color variation is intense. Normally you get one, maybe two colors in these caves if you're lucky. Two species of cave marrow, though, is a game changer. And illuminated plants on the ceiling. Now my mind is racing. Is there a limit? Look. I'm just... What can really make these colors vapor? Maybe we need something that's already a little shimmery. No, because those are all dark. It's the vapor filter again. Shoot, hashtag vapor filter. I hear things burrowing, but nothing underground. And the cave keeps going, too. I have to say, this is a healthy cave system, not just colorful, because it's not massive. It's not like a cavern, I would say. But it continues, right? Like, it continues its ups, its downs. Look. It's like caves of wonder. No, I think the filter is actually doing this one wrong. Yeah, I mean, come on. This is... Is it just me? I mean, are these common? Have I lost touch? I feel like this is... I hear something trying to, like, make contact with me down here, or it's just burrowing through the... Oh, look at that. We found our flying creature. Let's dig ourselves up. A lonely little bird. Or is that a bat? Oh, it is a kind of bat-like creature, isn't it? Well, that's 350 nanites right there. But look at these things. What is it about this planet? Okay, theories. Volatile winds. So there are radioactive winds. Yep, we have these. We've seen these before. These are pushing out some sort of high energy particle. Yep, with a particulate into the air. No. Do these glow? Are you glowing? Oh my gosh. What? And look, even these are pushing out some sort of particle. I did not expect this sort of... Oh, that would have been a neat picture. Wow. With the dark nebula, we've got these pink bioluminescent sort of flying, I don't know, creatures. They're called insects, but I would have to challenge. I don't know what the definition of an insect is. Then you've got these higher energy. Whoa, what? Did you see that? It wasn't just like a constant ray. There was some sort of staged emission. Is it going to do it again if I watch it? It definitely won't if I look away, huh? It's shocking because of all the interesting creatures there are. So these, you really can't see the energy until you get right up on them. It's actually a fair amount of meteorites too, I'm seeing. Oh my gosh, and the burrowing creatures everywhere. These are probably the most interesting. I don't know what to make of these. A right proper glitch in the atlas, if there was one. Right? Like, what sort of shenanigans are happening on this radioactive planet? And then it gets very green at night. So, all of these are harboring some sort of self-propagating, air leaching, some sort of, like, autotrophic, rapidly mutating. That would make sense. Some sort of high-energy particle that they're feeding off of, and then they're, like, giving it back? I find it unlikely that they're turning something that's not high energy into something that is. Could they be an organic device of fission? That they're somehow splitting an atom internally and then releasing the byproduct? No. That would be... It would have to be some kind of very bizarre internal structure. I mean, although, you know, suffice to what we've seen so far, I would say it's not out of the realm of possibility. Goodness, let's get our... Let's get our exocraft down here. And see if we can't locate some ruins. Let's go for a drive. See what sort of stuff we see here on the landscape. Let's try not to run over any more life forms, though, Thraxes. I mean, flora is going to be... the flora and minerals is going to be a little tough to stop, but we could always try. Fuel required? How about fuel given? Again, with the meteorites, we didn't really follow any of these scars here. Oh. See, and if you just saw a little bit of that cave structure there, it's like you wouldn't even know. Until you get to a section like this. there's so much bioluminescence that has taken hold on this planet. But I wonder if it's non-traditional. Like, it would make sense if everything was luminescent. We'll just say luminescent because of radioactive particles. I don't think that's necessarily traditional bioluminescence, which is formed from chemical reactions that produce photons. So are some of these not giving energy and some of these are? Centrifuge. Branching root structure, regenerating age. So they are two different species. Yep. And one is very much distinctly not giving its energy out. Made from ground up shells in a yeast colony. These are decidedly glowing, though. Or no, they're maybe not luminescent, but they're reflective. Let's not hurt any more of our Rocket League ball friends. And instead, we'll just head to these ruins, see what kind of lore we can learn about the Gek as we smash up the local economy here, the local ecosystem, the biological economy, if you will, habitats and feeding grounds. But what do these sort of creatures even eat? Does it say what they eat? Mordite plant. Not seeing a lot of mordite plants on the surface, just saying. I'm thinking they're an invasive species, maybe. See if we can try not to destroy any more. Oh, it's impossible. We've hit a new section on the planet that has a lot more flora on the surface here. There we are, there we are. Let's go, some ruins. Just green lights and pink flying creatures, and it's all over the landscape at night. And everything is still, yeah, got this green tint to it. Except for this place, which is decidedly red. The Gek word for let. Please let the next Gek word be it, and then go. This structure is defying the rules of... I was gonna say... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not defying any rules of the Atlas. We ever think of that? Even if this is go, let go. No, let market. Well, that doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? One use restless sleep. Okay. Memories imbued into the rock long ago by the ancient Gek channel into my brain. I recoil, but am compelled to somehow understand. Driven by the misguided desire for planetary equilibrium, the Korvax refused to delve deep inside their planet and profit from the jewel granted them by fate. The jewel. Their love for the dire will of the Sentinels was abhorrent to the Gek. Swift was their end, brought about by the first spawn strike. I would like to learn more of your language. Must. So, I have a couple of thoughts. Either there was some sort of special element in the core of their planet, which the reference to fate sort of makes me think that. I know the Gek are superstitious, and they have rituals and witches and prophets. The jewel at the delve deep to find the jewel. So there's some sort of element in their planet, or the Gek naturally go after the cores of planets. But it said given to them by fate, which leads me to believe that they're referencing the fact that they were lucky enough to have a special element in the core of their planet. Which, if that is the case, what was it? What was the jewel? And then look, there's these huge, like, scars across the surface. Fault lines, or like ley lines. You know what? I think we need to follow one for a while. Oof, with the meteorites. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Wow. Okay then. Can we get some meteorite imagery? I mean, it's not too many. No, that's quite a bit actually. Oh, and now with the sun coming up, they are no longer visible. A lot of meteorites. Wow, a lot of meteorites. And no storms. A very calm system so far. So it seems like these little planetary scars are ideal, yeah, places to find these caves. Where you can make your own assessments about coloration. And with this red, this crimson sort of mist billowing in, that's the radioactive particulate. Not really volatile winds, though. Let's continue down this little scar here. For this to be flowing, though, in such a straight line and cleanly cut through all these caves, I'm almost thinking this was not naturally occurring. Like something glassed this section of the planet. A giant beam. Potentially from a large ship firing its weapon from far away and glancing the planet in various... But look how it does turn. It turns and bends, and it never really penetrates deeply into the planet beyond just the surface. And they seem to go on and on. Yeah. With no end really in sight. I really liked the windswept radio planet. I did. There's a couple of really neat things that I like about that planet, but I don't want to say this is the coolest radioactive planet ever. I mean, I think when you're posting stuff, you're always supposed to say this is the coolest ever. But I think these caves are possibly the most colorful that I've ever seen. I'm a fan. So if we look at our planets here, water wonders, not much water on this planet. We have water on a couple others, so at least maybe this works. See, that's misleading if we just name it after the first planet we land on, but well, we'll know. It's just an identifier, right? However, let's call this one... No, gosh. We'll call this one Lights and Colors. And it might not be apparent if you stop in here during the day, but that's what we'll call it. And I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for this one. I do hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. So until next time, take care.